Hi, everyone. Thank you all for joining us. My name is Alexis Busselman, and today I want to introduce you to my brother, Zane Grothe. Zane is 26. He is a professional swimmer from Boulder City, Nevada. He graduated from Auburn University with a Bachelor of Science in Aerospace Engineering. In college, he was a two-time SEC champion and seven-time All-American. He still holds 7 Auburn records. He currently is training in Bloomington, Indiana with the Indiana University varsity team. And over his career, he's collected multiple accolades, including USA national titles, World Cup medals, World Championships, 3 US Open records, and he is the current American record holder in 2 races. He is ranked top 10 in the world in 3 of his races. And this past December, he represented the US in China at the World Championships. So he has got some really exciting meets coming up this year and then, of course, next year. And he is going to share with us now a little bit about his experience with Juice Plus.
Hi, Alexis. To introduce you to my swimming background, I've been swimming my whole life, and right now I am particularly a distance swimmer. I swim the long distance freestyle races, so that means I'm training about 45 miles per week, and when I'm training at full volume, I'm eating about 7,000 calories a day. Rhetorical question. You imagine if I ate 7,000 calories of poor nutrition, just junk food, what that would do to a body trying to put that much through your system? It doesn't work. So to lead into Juice Plus, I started taking Juice Plus when I was 10. It was probably, in my opinion, the next alternative to allergy medication and keeping myself healthy. Mom gave it to me and said, "This is next." I said, "Okay, we'll try it out." And that was the first thing that I noticed was my allergies cleared up. And it was such a relief, even as just a little kid, when I noticed that, and Mom said it was the juice plant. And I thought, sure enough, I'm gonna be sticking with this stuff. It was really good. I've been taking it ever since I was 10, so over 16, almost 17 years now. And I had it all through high school, through my high school training at the next level, through Auburn University, through my 4 years there, and I'm still taking it. One thing I thought was interesting when I was at college was the fact that in the NCAA for swimming, the sprinter scores a lot of points, not just in their individual races, but on their relays. So I had a huge team of sprinters, and they're big, muscly guys, and that was the first thing they were looking to do when they got to college was to put muscle on. So when I was one day, I noticed when I was going through the locker room, I was seeing everybody mixing their protein shakes and everything, and I kind of took note of what everyone's taking. These were 5-gallon buckets of just these powders that if you left in your protein shaker, it just you got to throw it away. It's just this stuff that it looked like poison. I mean, just stuff to gainers to put muscle on and everything, and I couldn't imagine what was in it. Just I went home, I took my Juice Plus, and I thought, well, I'm doing pretty good on this. Pat me down just like they did everyone else. Said, you want to be better? What are you taking? I said, it's Juice Plus, and they said they'll look into it. And sure enough, a week later, I met with them again, and they're like, "This is good stuff. This is fine." Never even a second thought. Same thing with me too. I thought, yeah, this is working for me. And I didn't realize it till I started really getting into my professional career and climbing the ranks that Juice Plus was really, what I needed to stick with and what was really helping me, stay healthy through such long, grueling training weeks and months on end. When I've been living in Bloomington, Indiana for the years. And I moved here particularly to really get a boost in my professional career, training with the Indiana Hoosiers. When I moved here, a buddy of mine said, "Hey, this is the next level of training. Here's a protein powder. Here's a carbohydrate supplement. Here's a electrolyte supplement, and he gave me a few things to get started on. And training started going well. My body adapted well. And I realized I kind of was breaking down a little bit health-wise. And so I looked into what I was taking, and I thought, I could probably do better than these supplements. And the first thing I thought of was the NSF certification on my Juice Plus, being a world-ranked athlete, you get drug tested. I'm drug tested almost once a month. So knowing what goes into my body, not just the quality of the product, but the quality standards of the company too, and the products that they produce was a big deal for me. So I started looking into NSF certified products. I was searching on the NSF page for a protein powder and a carbohydrate powder. And lo and behold, it all funneled down to finding Juice Plus again on there. And I found the Juice Plus Complete and thought, I've had this before. Mom had this for me when I was growing up. Why did I stop? And I brought that right back into my life. And that's now everything that I take as for recovery after my practices. And I take it after my races at meets. Funny thing is, if you ever see me walking onto an airplane headed to an international meet, I've been to China, Japan, Budapest, Hungary, and Rome, Italy, all in the last 2 years. If you ever see me walking on a plane, you'll see I've got a little backpack, and it's always got 3 things on it. It's got water, it's got food, and it's got my Juice Plus. You take a 15-hour flight to China, you'll be taking your Juice Plus a couple times on that flight. So it's definitely always something I have. If I lose my bags, I lose my clothes, I lose my swim stuff, at least I've got my Juice Plus on me, so I know I keep moving through the day. But yeah, I want to touch back on the fact that at peak training, I'm consuming about 7,000 calories a day. And I kind of always bring up the metaphor of a Formula One race car. Those race car drivers have been racing those cars for so long that if you tweak just anything, whether it's new tires or you change the dynamics of the fins or even a different mixture of race fuel, they'll notice on the way the car performs and the way it handles. And I noticed the exact same thing too. If I eat little sweets here or I change the performance of a meal and everything, I'll notice it. One time, I believe this was in 2017, I was traveling a lot. I believe I hit 3 swim meets and a wedding in just 2.5 weeks. And I packed my Juice Plus everywhere I went, but I wasn't unpacking it. And it just stayed with me every time I went. And after about 2 weeks, I felt it. My allergies started coming back, and I was feeling sore longer after practices. My body wasn't recovering. And the first thing I thought was back to my diet. I said, okay, what am I eating or what am I not eating? And that's when it clicked. I said, man, I forgot my Juice Plus. And sure enough, I got back on it. Things started rolling again. And it was kind of an awakening moment. I'd been on it for, 13, 14 years and never been off it. So I didn't know the other side until I had forgotten it for a few weeks. And once I realized that it was still working for me and still seeing the results of staying healthy and using my Juice Plus, that was really one of my advantages I have. I'm definitely looking forward to the World Championships here in Korea in a few months. What I'm taking right now is the Reds. As soon as those came on the market, you knew I was scooping those up and I was taking them. I take them to all my meets, and one thing that I really enjoy doing is taking my Juice Plus immediately after I race while I'm still on the pool deck. And I see a few national team members, they're mixing up their protein and whatnot. It's either pre-mixed and they've got it in a little container that they throw into water, or they just kind of do it in the locker room. I whip my Juice Plus out right on the deck while I'm soaking wet, breathing hard, and all eyes are on me. What's the American record holder doing over there? What is he taking? Sure enough, guys on the blue next to me or on deck are saying, what is that? What are all those colorful capsules you're taking? And I said, take a look. I hand them the bottle and, share them out. And by the time I take it and head to the locker room, I say, hey, you want some of this? Let me know. This is what I'm taking. This is anything that I'm taking, everything I'm taking, and it will be for a while. And so it's a fun way for me to be able to not necessarily living to the scrutiny of other athletes or even being afraid of being drug tested and stuff like that on the deck. But like I said before, I'm looking forward to swimming at the World Championships this year in Korea. I'm looking for hopefully my first international individual event medals, multiple in the events, and it should set me up well leading into the 2020 Olympic year. Next year, the Olympic trials will be about 1 month before the Olympics in August, and I'm looking to make my first Olympic team. Just wanted to say again, thank you for having me on here, and appreciate being able to share my story.
All right. Thank you so much, Zane. We definitely appreciate you. And we're excited for all of you who we were able to share that with today. If you have any questions about anything that you heard on this video, feel free to talk with the person who shared this with you. Thank you all.